Well, we are excited to bring back our In Search Of series this week. And this weekend in La Crosse, thousands of people will be lacing up their shoes to support local breast cancer research. We've been talking about this all week. Steppin' Out in Pink has really become a tremendously successful event. They've raised $1.3 million in just the 6 years it's been around. And among the 6,000 walkers expected is one woman who knows the breast cancer fight all too well. We spotlight her in this morning's In Search Of report.
1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer. So when you come from a family with 6 women, the odds are stacked against you. Gunderson Lutheran physical therapist and mother of 5 girls, Laura Schill, has always been about as healthy as they come.
No problems, no breast cancer in my family, nothing.
But all that changed in February of 2010 when she was called back into her doctor after a routine mammogram.
When I went in, they put my mammogram up on the screen and said this is, pointed out the area, and it pretty much told me at that point that I really thought I had breast cancer. And it was the next afternoon then that I got the diagnosis.
Now, it would be easy to wallow in self-pity or to scream out why, but Laura took a different approach.
Why shouldn't it be me? Why should it be somebody else? Would I want one of my girls to have it? No. I was okay with it.
Then it came time to tell her 5 daughters.
That was the worst thing in my life. The youngest one had a basketball game that night, and the second youngest one was an assistant coach on the team. So we didn't want to say anything to them until after the game.
And we get in the car, and we're just starting to pull away, and my mom said, "Girls, I have to talk to you about something." And so, we're just listening, and she said, "I have breast cancer. It's going to be okay. We're going to do everything we can to get rid of it." And I think it was probably one of the hardest things we've ever heard. We both started crying and trying to catch our breath, trying to kind of handle all of it.
And that was a very hard ride home.
Did you ever let your mind go to the worst?
Oh, yes. And at least initially it did. And you think of that and just, you get upset and disoriented and everything else. But knowing her, she was strong for all of us.
You want to fight it right away. That's the way I felt. I had a lot of things coming up in my life, and we've got a big family, and hopefully in the future we're going to have a lot of grandchildren, and I want to be around for them.
She had a lumpectomy followed by chemotherapy and radiation. And on August 20th, 2010, Laura was deemed cancer-free.
The most relieving day was when she was done with her radiation. I took her most days to her radiation appointments, and they have a bell at Gunderson that you ring once you're done, and I don't know, that was pretty cool to see that. So that made me just calm, and it's done, and
Today, Laura is doing what she can to spread the word about the importance of monthly self-checks and mammograms.
It doesn't take a long time. Please go do it. If you don't feel that you owe it to yourself, then you owe it to the rest of the people in your life to do this. And that's one of the best ways to make sure that you can get diagnosed and get diagnosed early.
This weekend, you will find Laura among the thousands of people walking in Gunderson Lutheran's Steppin' Out in Pink event. She walks for herself. She walks for those who have lost their battle. But most importantly, she walks for her 5 daughters.
What am I doing for my girls? That is very heart-wrenching to think, am I going to be giving this to my daughters? However, they have reassured me that they will just be more careful. They will check themselves. They will, have their mammograms. They will take care of themselves. So I guess that's all we can do. And hopefully by that point it'll be gone. We can hope.
It was so neat talking with her. She has 5 daughters. One of them got married this last year, and she kept talking about how she's just excited to be a grandma. I'm so excited to be a grandma. So no pressure on the oldest daughter, right?
Got to take some time there.
And she's also said that she sort of has been reconnecting with a lot of friends that she lost track of along the way, that having cancer sort of brought her priorities back, and that she's now wanting to retouch or get in touch with some people she's lost track of. By the way, it is not too late to join Laura and the thousands of other people who will be stepping out in pink tomorrow. You can still register to walk the day of the event. The cost is $25. Steppin' Out in Pink kicks off at 9 a.m. tomorrow on Gunderson Lutheran's La Crosse campus walking trail, rain or shine. And you can find out more by visiting them online at gunluth.org/steppinout. There's also Rockin' Out in Pink tomorrow. It's a concert following the walk, so don't forget about that. And the show features 4 musical acts, including the Remainders, who are amazing. Tickets range between $8 and $10. Kids 10 and under are free. You can learn about Rockin' Out in Pink by checking out gunluth.org/steppinout. We hope to see you there. I'm going to be out there bright and early, and I would love to see as many of you out there as I can. All the money that is raised at Steppin' Out in Pink stays right here, which is the most wonderful thing about this. It helps support the Norma J. Vinger Center for Breast Care at Gunderson Lutheran. The question is, what is that money used for? It has made, actually, possible for Gunderson Lutheran to bring in a research assistant to study breast cancer cells in the hopes of getting closer to a cure. Steppin' Out in Pink also helps provide free mammograms for women in our area. In fact, so far, 200 women have been able to get screened thanks to the money from Steppin' Out. So it just does some really, really amazing things in this community.
And I'm so happy to report that the weather tomorrow looks
looking
fantastic
good?
for all of these events.
Yeah.
So, yeah.